Hi, my name is Anita Moore and I'm a decorative painter. Today I want to show you how to paint a insert for either the breadboard or the standing truck, and these are changeable inserts. The surface is from Roscoe Innovations, and the paint I'm going to be using today is DecoArt, and the brushes will be FM Dynasty brushes. So the first thing I want to do is I want to paint the beards and the little mustache on these cute little gnomes. So move this. The nose will be like a peachy color. Okay, so we're going to start with white. So I have Americana, and this is warm white. You can use, there's all kinds. There's cool white, snow white, and of course warm white. Always shake your bottles really good. Okay, I'm gonna use it's a flat wash. It's a 1/2 inch by with black. It's from Black Gold, the series. Okay, so I wet my brush, and I'm gonna load some warm white, and I'm gonna just go from the edge. I'm not gonna paint the sides. I'm gonna leave it the same surface. I'm just gonna make sure not to paint along the edge there. And always apply a little bit of paint at a time. You don't want big blobs. You want to prevent from the paint bleeding to the sides. I have a couple of videos already with the one of the surface was with the bees for the truck that I did. So if you're interested, you can go back and check the videos. Not sure what that is. Okay, I'm gonna paint right up to where the hat is going to be, the hat brim. So we're just gonna paint. It's okay if you go over that line. It's like a indented. You'll be able to see it after. Okay, same thing here. I'm gonna paint right to the top there. When you find your paint is not like allowing to oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Like if you feel like it's not layering correctly, just add a little bit of water to your brush. Your brush could be a little dry. This will need a couple coats. Always go in the same direction. And, when you're base coating. Okay, so I'm gonna give another coat. Just dry this up. You can use a sponge dauber too to base coat, or I just want to show you. I have it's a sponge brush, so it's a little foam. What you do is you wet it. So you wet it with water and then you squeeze the excess water out. So you just want it damp. And then you're going to pick up the like the paint flat, and you're not like applying like blobs of paint. So then you're going to go along the edge, and it's really, really easy to base coat with these little sponges or foam brushes, I should say. So you don't get any paint on the sides. So again, I load like really light. You don't have to press really hard. And they're good for these little dainty little areas there. Oops. Yeah. I have a little bit, but that's probably from the brush. That's okay. I'm going to get some more paint. I'm going to do the beard over. The second coat always goes on a little bit better than the first. So again, I'm just going to go straight down. Just take your time at base coating. Okay, a little bit more along the edge there. Okay, we'll let that dry. See if I'm not sure if we'll need another coat or not, but we can go on to the nose. Just gonna rinse off my brush. Okay, the color that I chose for the nose, it's like a little peachy color, and it's called Coral Cloud. I haven't used this one yet, so I really shake the bottle. So it's like a skin tone color, maybe a little darker. Okay, I'm gonna use I'll probably use a smaller brush. This is a 1/4 inch. We'll switch spots. Okay, I'm gonna wet my brush. In the same direction, and then just flip it over. If you go from the like the side center to side, you'll get less chance of getting paint on the side of the little wood surface. Okay, we'll dry that off. We'll apply another coat. I think my mustache will need another coat to make it a little brighter. Okay, let's add a second coat to this. I think I put too much water on my brush. Okay, I'll dry that, and we'll add a little bit of highlight and some little shading on our and her nose. Okay, so I have the color, it's coral, it's just a little darker. We're going to add a little shading at the bottom and some highlight on the top. I'm going to show you an easy way to apply some shading. These are what you call Mezzaluna brushes. Their bristles are really hard and they're really good for dry brushing. There's 4 different sizes, small to extra large. We're going to grab the small one, and what you do is you pick up the color with the brush. Okay, and then I'm going to dry some off so I don't get blobs on my bristle. And I'm going to just like circles, just pick up, rub along the edge there so that you have a different little color. And what's nice about this, if you find that it's too much, you can pick up the original color and just apply some to the center area. So it's dry paint. I mean, your bristles are dry and you're just dry. It's called dry brushing. Okay. Now we're gonna just wipe some off, and we're gonna apply some white on the top part. So I picked up some white. I'm just gonna dry this off, so you'll get a different color on your bristle there. So you want it almost all. You want the paint to be almost all off. Okay, and then just rub some on the top. It might take a couple times to my brush to get fully white. I'm going to add a little bit more white here. Noses don't all have to be the same. So I have some dark in the white is on top. Too bright. Okay, I'm going to move those aside. We're done with the nose. I might be done with this brush. I'll clean it off. Okay, let's give a second coat to the mustache. I'll use that foam brush again. I'm going to wet it just in case it's dry. I'm going to pick up some more white paint. That'll be better. Oops. Okay, we'll give one more coat to the beards. White is one of those colors where you need like several coats of paint. I'm cleaning my sponge, we'll probably need it after. Okay, we'll give one more coat. Where's the brush that I had? Not too much water. Okay, now let's dry that off. It seems dry. Okay, we're gonna add a little bit of some shading on our mustache, and a little bit on our beards here. I have here Cobblestone. So you can, I have like you call these angle brush. So you pick up the paint at the toe of the brush here, and then you're just gonna make go back and forth just to flatten up the paint because you don't want a little blobs. And so you just I want to add color to my bottom of the mustache. So it's not doesn't need to be perfect. I just wanted to darken up the bottom. You can use that dry brush method too. This around. Okay, so that's the mustache. We'll do the same for the beards. We're gonna add a little bit of colors on the sides here. The same color, same brush. I just want to soften that up. I don't know if I have a light brush. I find it's a little dark here. So you'll go all the way to the hat. Okay, and this one here won't have any. Okay, now let's do the hats. So when we have this, like the mustache on here, I think this one went here. I know this one went in the middle, and then this one went here. So one of these are a little shorter, like that. Okay, so that's what it would look like. Okay, now the hat. This one goes here and here. Oh, I didn't go high enough. Oh, this one I did okay. This one here, I need to go higher. I didn't even think to look. Okay. We'll dry it off, add some more. We'll just turn this around. we'll let it, we'll leave it dry and then I'll add another coat after. I'll let the white sit. Okay, let's do the middle hat. In the middle hat, the color that I chose was, it's called Royal Navy. I was gonna go with black, but I had changed my mind just because of the colors that I had. Okay, and then for like the little brim, I have this really nice blue raspberry. You can pick whatever color blue that you have. Okay. Oops. Okay, so my hat brim, we need a couple coats of those. I need some real navy. It's a pretty blue. Okay, I don't need to paint here. So we'll paint from like I'm not applying a lot of paint on my brush, just a little bit at a time. Okay, let's give another coat. Should have painted maybe a white underneath first, then it'll pop out. It's okay, we'll do a couple coats for that. Okay, let's dry this off. Okay. So that's the little band that goes on the hat. There we go. Okay, and this one here, okay, let's do the white first. The color that I chose for here, I have red for here, and I picked, I was gonna go green, but I changed my mind. I like this golden yellow and sprout. So we're gonna use those two colors. Okay, so I have golden yellow. And this one is sprout, and I haven't used this one yet. It's kind of like a greenish yellow. Okay, I want the brim to be golden yellow. So that's the darker color. Okay, and I need to put a little bit more white on here first. Okay. Just touch up this. And this one. Okay, I only have to go to the white, I think. Just gonna move these. This one still needs blue. Okay, I have to see how far. Okay, so I'll go right up to the white. Okay, just to be on the safe side. Okay, so this color is Sprout. Go here. You'll need a couple coats of this too. I just want to see here. Oops. Oh, I went too far. I should have traced it. 1 second. Okay. It's still wet, so I'm just gonna wash it off. Went too far down. Okay, I'm gonna show you. I think the best solution for this is to trace it out. Okay, so I have this. I know the nose will probably cover it, so we'll be okay. But this is a chalk pencil, so it's erasable. If you outline this, then it would give you a little idea on how far of the green that you need. But we're gonna do that with this one, just to be on the safe side. Okay, so now I know that I can go a little bit down. Okay. Now let's give another coat to this one, and I need to give another one this blue because it's not dark enough. And some more blue in this one. On the edge. Okay. I might have touched it with my finger. Okay. The golden yellow. And then the skirt on here. I need a little bit more. Okay, so now I can go past that little line that I drew. And there we go. I'm gonna add details to her hats. Okay, now let's do our red. The red that I chose is a cinnamon drop, and it's a deep burgundy. So we'll do the hat from deep burgundy, and then we're gonna do like the little stripes with both colors. I'll let that dry, and we'll see if we need if I need another coat to that. Okay, so that's cinnamon drop. Need to shake it a little bit better. Sometimes they sit in paint separates from the solution, especially if they haven't been used yet or in a while. Okay. Having to put the blue. I don't know why, but the blue is just not a very solid color. Okay. The hat brim is the deep burgundy. Okay. And then, and this goes on here. So I want cinnamon will go here. So we'll do burgundy will be here. So this small brush, the 1/4" brush, is a perfect size to do these little stripes. Or if you feel comfortable using a round brush. Okay, I'm gonna dry it off so we can give another coat before I do this other color. Okay, I'll dry this so I can use the other red. Okay, now I have my line that I traced, so I know that I can go a little bit below that line. Oops, I'm putting too much paint on my brush. And in the middle. Let's try that. If you just go over the other color, just wipe with your finger while it's wet. Alrighty. Okay, and then that's what it'll look like. We're gonna add some little whites to it. Okay, let's add another coat of the yellow. And this one here. And then this is what this little guy will look like. So we'll have this. And we'll have room, we'll go here. We're gonna do a little flower. Okay. Now that'll go here. Okay. We're gonna join this off. I'm gonna add highlights and then we're gonna add some little details to our hats. Okay. We're gonna do that dry brushing. We're gonna use this one is a medium. I'm gonna take a clean paper towel and we're gonna use the warm white. Okay, so my bristles are dry. I picked up some white and I'm gonna dry it on my paper towel. And we're gonna add a little bit of highlight to our hat brim. And we're gonna add some like down the sides here. Need to add some color. So when you have that like that, I'm gonna do the same for this. Okay. Move this up so you can see. Okay, and then wait, I'm gonna do it a little bit more here. Okay, now for this, sometimes this hat here, you can also go, if you start from the top and just wiggle it all the way down to the edge, it'll go from dark to the light. Okay, there's different ways of adding some color. And then we have our little brim here. Oops, I felt like this wasn't dry enough. Okay, I'm gonna add some over here and go from the top. And add a little bit more white. Okay, now I want to add polka dots to my my little hat. And we can do the polka dots. Maybe we can do the polka dots with red. Okay, I have here, it's a little stencil from Studio R12. They're little circles. So I'm gonna add them here. And I'm gonna take it's a stencil brush, so these are 1/2-inch stencil pro. I'm gonna pick up that cinnamon red and I'm gonna dry it on here. And then I'm gonna hold this down and I'm just gonna go in circles. And then when you lift it up, you have little dots. Okay, and then that's it for that one. We're gonna do a little flower for this guy here, and it's really simple flower. I'll show you. You take a stylus that has like the thick little knob at the end. Oh, and this here, take a, you can take a, I'll show you how to clean these. So you take a baby wipe and I'm just gonna move my paper and you just wipe it while it's still like kind of wet. And it also washes good with soap and water under the sink. Some stuff does stain. There's no worries about it. It's still usable. Okay. So then when you have that on here, so that there, it's okay if I have a little dot there. My nose is going to cover it however far you want it to go. So we're good. Okay, now that one's done. We're going to do a little white flower. Okay, so I have this. And what you do is you pick up a nice clean paint puddle there. And I'm going to do 1, 2, pick up another fresh. And I'm going to add another one. Now for your center, you're going to clean off your little brush and we're going to pick up that deep burgundy color and we're going to add it to the middle. Oh, I need a little bit more. So there's your little flower. And we're going to let that dry. Okay. And this one here, that's fine. The hat is fine the way it is. Okay, now we're going to move all these aside, let those dry. We're going to work on these. I want my words to be, we're going to do the words with what's it called again? The Royal Navy word color. And this here, I'm thinking of doing it yellow. Okay, I'm going to move this aside for a second. So we're going to use that foam little brush to do the words. It works really well. You can use a little dauber if you don't have this little brush. I'm going to put a fresh puddle on my palette. Okay, and I'm going to wet my brush again. I'm going to take off the water. And I'm going to lay it flat and just pick up a little bit of paint at a time. Now the words are very easy to do. You might need a couple coats. Not sure. Don't press too hard on your words, just gently brush it in. Okay, put these ones. Might be good with just the one. I'm not really sure. This goes on really easy with this. Not fighting with big blobs of paint and goes on really, really well. And I think I'm okay with the one coat. Just touch up a little spots that maybe I missed. Okay, we're gonna dry it and we're gonna add a little bit of highlight to the top of the words. Okay. Now I'm gonna use white and I'm gonna use that 1/2 inch angle brush. I'm gonna wet it. Okay, we're gonna pick up with the large toe and just flatten it out on your palette. And then, because the paint's like really watery, it'll go on really nice. I'm sure that one's all done. Okay, this one here, I have way too much white on it. I just want to, so what I'm going to do is just go back with a clean brush and just go up with it just to wipe some off. And you don't want little harsh lines there. That's good. Dry that off. Okay, now let's give a couple coats to these. We'll push these aside. Okay. Now we're going to use the golden yellow. Might need a little bit more paint on here. Okay, I'm going to do this one. I'm just going to take my time. Let that dry. We'll do this one. The first coat for these, it takes quite a bit of paint, and then the second coat goes on better. A little bit of water. Okay, we'll dry it up and we'll give another coat. Okay, should be good. Okay, let's give another coat to these. I have to turn it that way. It's easier for me to get along the edge. Okay, there's our second coat. Now we're going to add a little bit of color to this so it's not so yellow. I have here, I wonder. I have this cute little pattern. I have like stencils to add into a background. It'd be this one here. It's called well, it doesn't have a name, but it's from Studio Art 12. I'll write all these down on the description below of all the paint that I use, the stencils and the brushes, because there's no instructions or pattern for this. I'll put in the description where I got the surface. I'm also DecoArt helping artists. There'll be like a affiliated link or coupon code. You can use that if you want to purchase some of these paints. So you'll get a discount. Okay, so the welcome will go on here, and then the words on here. Okay, let's do, this one's wet. I have a bigger one. Okay, I'll need another clean. You use a lot of paper towels when you do these. Okay, I'm going to pick up white because white and maybe a little bit of the spout together. Make it a little soft. Okay, let's hold it in place. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of background to it. And then we'll, doesn't have to be, like you can skip a few little sections. Like it doesn't have to be all perfect. And just pick up some more paint. So you're just going in circles. Some places might look heavy, some places might look light. Okay, so clean that with some baby white. Okay, let's add a little bit of color along the edge. I have soft black. I should have brought some brown down, but I didn't bring it with me. So I have soft black. Oh, I haven't used this color in a while. Okay, we're gonna use that angled brush. We'll do like top and bottom, and then I'll go back and do the sides. Just keep going back and forth. Okay, this side. No, I need a little bit of water. You can tell if your paint's not flowing good, then and it's dragging, you need a little bit of water in your brush, and then you'll get a nice little edge. Okay, we'll dry that and we'll do the other side. And then we're gonna glue the pieces together. See how what I mean? Like it just drags, so I need water. Let me just clean it out. And my paint wasn't dry enough. Just gonna get the dark corners a little darker. You have like a mop brush. I'm just gonna soften this out a little bit there. Okay. No, we're done with that. Now we can put our little project together. Okay, I'm gonna move this. I use Gorilla Glue. We're gonna dry this off there. I use Gorilla Glue to put these together. I have talked about using like a varnish on your dried wooden pieces before you put them together. So that way your color stays vibrant and your project will last a long time. If you don't use varnish, you can always put it together and then use a spray sealer on it. That too will protect your wood, the color as well. So I'm going to put some glue on my palette. And I'll put this for now. I have a little, oops, making a mess here. Okay, I have a popsicle stick. Okay, we're gonna glue the words on here first there. So I have a popsicle stick. I'm gonna apply some on here. I'm trying not to apply it really thick because when you lay it flat, it'll just come off the sides. This is really good glue too. I prefer, if you're doing this stuff, to use wood glue and not the glue gun. It's okay if you see some of the glue, it'll dry clear. Or you can take a wet brush, and if you have too much, just wipe some off and then rinse your brush off. So what's nice about this, you can see where you place the words. So you have your little outline. And then I need sweet. Oops, way too much glue. So the back is like burnt wood when they cut it, but it's still usable. Sometimes when you get the order, it'll smell like wood burning. But if you leave your package open for a few days, the smell will go away. Okay, and this one. I'm just gently applying. I don't need a whole lot. It's not like it's heavy wood that needs to have a lot of glue. Just don't forget to rinse your brush or you have glue your bristles. Okay. It's going to be pretty. I love the yellow and the blue. So even though we did a stencil, it's not like in your face. It's just something in the background. Love it. Okay, we're going to do the same for that. This part here it's for the truck for the it's the license plate. If you have the standing up truck. I'm using my breadboard tonight just to because I didn't do a insert for that one yet. And then we'll center that. Make sure it's straight. There's no outline for this one. You just pop that one on. Okay, now we'll move these ones. Make sure you don't touch the flower because when you do that, because I think it might still be wet. Now we're going to glue the hat before the beard and the nose. Okay, let's do this one. Make sure you line it up really good. And just push down on it a little bit so the glue adheres. And then this here, we'll do this one first. I'm not put glue on my finger. Oops. And I moved it. Nice. Okay, one more here. Okay, now we'll do our mustache. So I want to make sure I have the right mustache. So you need a space down here. This is that space will be where you're putting it in the truck or the breadboard. So we'll think about here. Make sure I got the right mustache. Yeah, I think this one was that guy here. Now you can, like, for this here, you leave a little space and put like on, partially on the hat and on the mustache. So let's do, I think I'm gonna do the middle first. Okay, I'm gonna do the middle first. Just push down a little bit. And then this one. Sure, well, fuzzy. Okay, I'm just going to push down a little bit. Make sure it didn't touch it with, oh, I got glue on my fingers. Just make sure your fingers are always clean. Okay, and the noses are all the same. It doesn't, they're all the same size. Especially on the hat. Mhm. Okay, down just a little bit. Wow, super cute. Okay. So that's it for that. Okay, I'm gonna show you what it looks like on my little stand. Again, this is a license plate, so it wouldn't really go on here. So this would sit in the little shelf. I'm gonna bring out my camera just a little bit so I can show you the whole thing. Whoops. I took it out of my little socket there, 1 sec. Okay. That's what it would look like. So it sits on this shelf, okay, and then the truck it would sit on the back of the truck, and then this goes in here like that. Now this, of course, wouldn't really sit anywhere unless you put like a little rope and you can hang it on here. You can do that. So I like it. The colors are really cute. So if you like this video, I have more. You can follow my YouTube page and hit the notification. You'll get updated videos. And I really hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching.